I already click go? I did. Hi, everyone. I sat here and forgot whether I clicked to go live or not. All right. Sorry. I'm having to explain to my daughter what sickle cell is. I'm having to explain to my daughter what sickle cell is. So my my apologies. Where are all of your followers? I don't know. They probably don't know I'm on yet since I've been on for less than 60 seconds. Yeah. You're you I think you're a bigger follower than most of my followers. You're on here the second I hit go. You must be like a super fan. You must be a super fan cuz no one else is here this fucking quickly. There wasn't 20 people in my live after I hit go and you're already here trying to talk to me. Holy shit, super fan, bro. Fucking weird. Yes, I know she doesn't have sickle cell. She's getting ready to do she's doing her sports physical for next year. And and so they're asking her if she has a family history of it. She's asking me if anybody has a pacemaker and all sorts of stuff. So I'm just like, no, no. And I was like, do you know what any of this shit is? Like, you're asking me all this stuff and you have no idea what it is. Yeah, everyone, come on in. If you're in my TikTok chat, let user 12345 know that they are the biggest fan that I've ever had. I need y'all to let them know that, okay? Because he got on, or I assume it's a he. It's a he. I don't know that it's a he, but it's a he, right? He got on the second I hit go. Like, we hadn't even gotten like 20 people in the live yet. I don't even think I'd said anything yet. I'm just like texting my daughter, and he's like, "Oh, where are all your followers? You look down and depleted." I'm like, "Bro, I've been on for 36 seconds. The notifications haven't even gone out yet." Shoot, my door's open. Hold on. Yeah, the notifications hadn't even gone out yet. It's like, dude, you're coming in here super fan status while I text my kid talking about how my how bad I suck. Like, bro, go touch grass, bro. Like, for real. Go touch grass, dude. You fucking weirdo. What the fuck? I hadn't even swung my microphone around to me yet, and you're already criticizing as if I should hit go and there should be 500 people in my live 3 seconds later. Fucking loser, bro. Fucking loser. Just, dude, go someplace and try to get someone to touch it, bro. Like, for real. It ain't even that serious, dude. It ain't even that serious. Try to do it consensually. I know how bad, my haters on how bad my haters are on you about consent, but try, okay? Goodness gracious. Well, for all the rest of the people that are here that, understand how social media works, welcome in as we get this thing started. No, she's messaging me about all this stuff because she has a sports physical. Because, as you guys know, she plays tennis. She's a tennis player. And so she has to do her sports physical. And so yeah, she's looking into family history. Apparently, her mom was just messaging me. Hold on, what'd she say? Apparently there was a question that said, have you ever passed out or almost passed out after exercise? And she was like, yes. And it was like, why? She's like, because I couldn't breathe. And I'm like, you ain't gonna be playing nothing, dude. they're, gonna, they're not gonna let you join the chess club if you put that on your sports physical, bro. What are you talking about? They're not gonna let you do yearbook if you put that on your fucking sports physical, dude. Like, what are you're out of your whole mind. Her mom had to be like, let's be just a little bit less honest. Okay. Can we, like, you were just out of breath because you had been exercising, okay? Oh my goodness. Yeah, she would have been screwed. Here she's messaging me right now. So, anyways, yeah. So, um, oh, see, that's cool. See, why don't you come in with that stuff, user? See, that's some great information. See, I like that. But yeah, anyhow, so she's doing that, and we actually were watching Coco Golf this morning. If y'all, dude, there's been some, or if there have been some insane tennis matches this week. Insane tennis matches. So I turned up my fan. It probably is what it is. Hold on. Insane tennis matches. If you got to watch Auger versus Rokovic, they set the record for longest tennis match. It was like 5.5 hours, 5 hours and 15 minutes for a tennis match. And then Coco Gauff's match went to keep the mic. Is you guys hearing bad stuff out of the mic? Mic sound okay? You guys having a problem? I know you are, George. Anything else? Everybody else is saying you're good. I hear nothing. You're good. No, sounds fine. It's good. Okay, cool. Thanks. Uh oh, that's why you wanted me to move the mic because the comments. Here, I'll put it like this. I'll do this. How's that? Uh-oh. I need a new desk. Goodness gracious. I feel like my whole desk is about to move. Anyway, yeah, that Djokovic and Auger match was so good, dude. But then this Coco Gauff and Muchova. I don't want to mispronounce her name. That match was crazy good. The tiebreaker points. Oh my goodness. That was an insane match. We're big Coco Gauff fans in my house, but even I was like, man, that girl she played really, really well. I couldn't even be mad about it, dude. She played so well. She played so well. Anyways, Y'all, welcome on in. I appreciate y'all being here. We're just getting this thing moving. If you still support Trump, you can join in and call in, whatever, all the fun shit. If you guys are over in the portrait live, I don't know why it's been super slow over there, but if you guys are over there, you guys come in. If you guys could leave a little comment or something in there, I'd really appreciate it. It's been having such a rough time starting up. The landscapers are beating y'all. The people on the landscape live are whooping y'all. Yeah. You guys over there in the Islamic Republic of Japan. Sorry. I'm not gonna go over that for a while. Islamic Republic. There was a video I saw where someone was making fun of it too, and I was dying. Talking about they were eating halal sushi. Dude, I was crying, bro. Oh my god. I wonder if I could find it real quick. Dude, I was dying. Yes, thank you, Corey. Yeah. He started talking about halal sushi, and I was dying, dude. I'll see if I can find it real quick. I don't know if I saved it or not. I may not have. I've been really bad about saving shit lately. I've been real bad. Yeah, I forgot. I didn't save it. Or maybe it might have actually been on a different app. I also don't remember where I save stuff at or what apps I get on. Oh well. I'll try to find it later. Yeah. What is halal sushi? It doesn't exist. That's the point. The point is that Donald Trump called it the Islamic Republic of Japan. Did you not hear about that, DJ? Oh. Oh, someone was in my call line. I was getting ready to put it on. Well, while we wait, can you tell us about Millennial Monopoly? Fuck that game. That's what I'll tell you about that. Did I not tell you guys about that? Did I not tell you guys about like? Did I not tell you guys about freaking Monopoly for millennials? Holy shit, dude! I can't believe I forgot to because I told y'all I bought it. Bro, this game. So for a little backstory for y'all that don't like that didn't. So I went. My daughter wanted to go thrift shopping. I went thrift shopping with her. I saw a Monopoly for millennials still in the plastic wrap. Went like $6 or $7 for it. I was like, fuck it. Yeah, let's go. That let me also be very clear. I love Monopoly. I love Monopoly. All right. I don't lose. I get super serious. Okay. And I love it. This game, can I just get a one in the chat so I know who I'm talking to here? Can I get a one in the chat if you're a millennial? Can I get a one in the chat if you're a millennial? I just don't know how many millennials I got in here. Okay. All right. So first of all, I got plenty of y'all in there. I got plenty of y'all in here. Okay. So you guys know in Monopoly, what do you start with? Like, you start with a really large amount of money. Was it like 5,000, 6,000? I don't even remember. You start with a whole bunch. And the properties start, they're like 40 bucks, 50 bucks, then they're like 120 bucks, and they go all the way up, right? And they just kind of like go around the map and they slowly get bigger. Monopolies for millennials, all right. You start with $100 and all the properties are more than are $20 or more. So it's a fifth of all the money you have right off the bat to purchase anything on the map. All right. And then when you go around, you only get $20. It's 1,500. Okay, gotcha. So you only get $20 every time you hit go. All right. So by the time you've made like 2 laps around the board, you're dead fucking broke. You have no fucking money. It's the shortest fucking game ever. All right. And then these community chest cards and like chance cards are just like too fucking real, dude. Like there's a literal card in there, and this is not a joke, okay? And it was funny because it was me, it was REI and me, Ari, and my daughter that were playing, right? By the way, you know who starts the game? But you know how like like in the old one you like roll for it, right? You know who starts the game in Monopoly for Millionaires? This is not a joke. Okay, the person who in real life has the most student debt. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You almost not have heard me. Whoever in real life has the most student debt starts the game. Dude, there was a card in there. It was, I don't know if it was like a chance card or a community chest card. And it was like I picked it up and it was like I don't remember exactly what it said. I don't remember exactly. But it said something to the effect of your career as a streamer failed. Pay the bank $60. Something to that effect. I was like, fuck this game, dude. Like, I'm throwing this game in the fucking garbage. Like, this was like 5 minutes into the game. And I was like, oh, hell nah. You didn't do that. Bro, dude. And my daughter's sitting there, she's what, she's a Gen Zer. She's right on the border of like a Gen Zer. And like she was like, this is the most frustrating game that I've ever played in my entire life. And I literally just looked at her and I was like, this has been my actual life. Like this has been what my actual life is like. Like the whole time that's all I was thinking. I was like, this feels eerily accurate. See, she got frustrated because she hated it because it was frustrating. I hated it because it was too realistic. If I get some time, I'll go get it. Anyways, we all just like as a community like decided that like we weren't gonna play that game anymore. like like we went and got real Monopoly because everybody was just like, we can't keep doing this, right? Like we're not really gonna do this, right? Oh my goodness. Anyways, sorry I didn't give you guys an update. I'll go get it in a bit. It's depressing. To say the least, it's depressing. So if you guys get the chance to play um, Monopoly for millennials, if you are a millennial, don't do it, okay? Because it's just you're gonna have to book another therapy session. All right, and oh, dude, you want to hear another funny rule about this game? Unlike Monopoly, all right. If you land on someone's property and you don't have enough money to pay, nothing happens. The instructions literally say, your life is hard enough, just continue the game. It just, the instructions say literally, if you've had enough, just 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 keep doing, big dog. Keep that shit up. Like Ryan said, crashing on a friend's couch. That's a literal property in this game, and I'm not joking. That's a literal property in the game. And I'm not fucking joking. a friend's a friend's couch is literally a property in the game. Anyways, like I said, if you're a millennial, uh don't don't get that game. Okay? Don't get it. If you're not a millennial and you want to know what it feels like being a millennial, go get that game, and you're going to be like, this sucks, and then your millennial friends are going to say, yeah, we've been telling you this the whole time. We've been telling you this the whole time. Okay? AWT, thank you so much for the 5. Said the fact that they rigged it to be too real is the funniest plot twist of why you hated it. Dude, it was the sad part is like we played it for like, oh man, I don't know. We had played it for shit, dude. We've been playing for like the game doesn't even take long. Like I guess it just figures you're gonna give up. But like the game we had like just started playing, and I just kind of realized at a certain point, like I wasn't, you know, like in Monopoly, you get like really competitive. I wasn't getting competitive. Like I was just kind of like just cruising through the game. It was almost like I gave up. It was almost like I gave up. Like I was just like, all right, whatever, dude. Anyways, um, let's. All right. Well, looks like we got a caller here. We'll see what's up. Hello, how are you?
You're a fucking faggy fucking nigga.
All right. Anything else, little guy? Oh, nothing. No. All right. I guess he left. I was ready to engage. Yeah, if you think you were gonna get a board game, yeah. If you're thinking about getting a board game, just don't do it. Okay. I actually had someone try to tell me that I had a boomer try to tell me today that they had it so much worse than we have it right now. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to my podcast, I am telling you, in the next few weeks, you guys are gonna hear there are gonna be some interviews out. First of all, y'all, if you guys like Sport Alive, I would love to start clearing out this gift gallery over on TikTok. I would really, really appreciate it. That'd mean a lot to me. So if we could start working on that, that would really mean a lot to me. I appreciate that. If you're on YouTube, I have super chats. I have gifts over there like AWT. W's a chat for AWT for that 5. I appreciate that. Angie, Rosie, thank you guys. And Zoe, thank you so much for the gifts over there too. I am telling you, if you are not already subscribed and listening to the podcast, in the next few weeks, okay, there are gonna be some interviews coming out. Let me ask you a question. If you guys have ever watched my show and been like, man, if he could just argue with somebody intelligent, wouldn't this be great? That's about what you're about to get. Okay? I have an interview. It'll be out in a few weeks. I just got done with it today. Where a guy tells me that socialism and fascism are the same thing, and that boomers had it so much better, or so much worse than everybody that's living today when it came to like housing and economics. Also, that capitalism is the only way that anything succeeds. And I have an hour and a half long conversation with him. So, if that sounds interesting to you, because it sure as fuck was interesting, make sure you're following the podcast because it's got it. And that was me. Well, I don't know. I had another interview this week that was pretty wild too. Like real wild, actually. I'm not. Well, I don't want to start going off on names yet because it's going to be a couple weeks till it's out. And yes, it'll be on YouTube if you're following my podcast on YouTube. You can also get on YouTube Music, the audio. You make sure you're subscribed to the playlist of podcasts. I also had another conversation with a guy, different conversation, where he explained to me why he believes pretty much that regardless of all intelligence, Iran was making a nuclear weapon, and explains in detail why he thinks so. So, and we talk war for an hour and a half. We talk Afghanistan. We talk Iran. We talk. Now, granted, once it's edited down, it won't be an hour and a half. So don't like trip out yet. It'll probably be about 45, 50 minutes. But yes, it will be on YouTube. It will be on it'll be on all the platforms. So check that out. Yeah. It will be everywhere. So yeah, you guys should definitely check it out. It's really cool. It'll be really cool. I also have some people I mean, I have. Well, we'll see. Actually, we'll see if somebody messaged me back. Hold on. No, they didn't message me back. I was in conversation with. I've been in conversation with some really, really, really big people about some really, really big interviews that I'm excited about. So just thought I'd let you guys know. I don't want to jinx it and say that they're coming on and then they don't come on. But some really, really big people. You guys are not going to want to miss it. I'm telling you. I did DJ. Actually, that was my main point when talking to him. Is I was like, because they were like, he was like, oh yeah, Gen Xers had it so much worse, or boomers had it so much worse. And I was like, obviously, you've never played Monopoly for millennials. That was actually my argument. That was my actual argument. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm amazing. How old are you?
18.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to do that today. Crap.
What?
Oh, I forgot to do my Spanish lesson today because I woke up late.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh. I don't speak enough Spanish yet, and I need to get better.
Well,
Habla un poco en español.
I hope you get better at it.
So, anyways, I'll
Anyways,
have to do it.
I'm
I'll have to do it later. I'll have to
okay.
do it later. I don't want to miss my lesson for the day. That's okay. Anyways, what year were you born?
2008.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why's that?
Because he's making efforts to defund Planned Parenthood.
Okay. And what does that have to do with anything? Why do you appreciate that? Do you just not like healthcare for women? Is that what it is?
I don't think it's healthcare. I think it's terminating a human.
Awesome. What percentage of Planned Parenthood's budget is Planned Parenthood's procedures are abortions?
Very little, but that is
Okay,
because
so what you're saying
after
is
a
you're
woman
cool
gets
with you're cool with the defunding of an organization that does 95% of their work in making sure that women have better health care.
how many Planned Parenthoods are there in America?
I don't know. The more
900.
there are, the worse your argument gets. You know that, right?
How many pro-life pregnancy centers that do the same thing as Planned Parenthood besides gender-affirming care and abortions are there? 3,000.
So what? What, sir? You're making an argument that's saying that you're okay. How many Planned Parenthoods are there? Did you say?
Yes,
How many are
900.
there?
900.
There's 900 Planned Parenthoods. So what you're saying is that you're totally okay with women, especially young women, especially people that can't afford to get private health care, that's helpful for them. You're okay with medical care being pulled out of their communities and taken away, okay, and just ripped away from their communities to now where either A, they don't have acceptable health care, or B, they have to travel an extended distance in order to get that health care, which they may not be able to afford. You're okay with that getting ripped away for nothing.
Of, of course not, because
Well,
they
you
can go
are.
to
You
the
just said
pro-life pregnancy centers.
you said you supported Trump because that healthcare was being taken away. That's what you just said.
But the funding would go to other ones, like the ones that don't offer murder.
You don't know that. You have no idea whether that funding will go to other ones or whether there'll be ones that even operate in those areas. You have nothing to show that.
Okay, fair. But if there's 3,000 pro-life pregnancy centers, don't you think people will be able to find one of those more than a Planned Parenthood?
If people wanted to go to those now, couldn't they?
Yeah, but if we eliminated
But
the option, they wouldn't be able
you
to.
think that eliminates the options?
Yes.
See, I'm sorry. Do you think that when we remove Planned Parenthood's abortions go away?
No, they're still going to get them, but it's going to encourage less abortions.
No, actually, what it's going to do is encourage more dangerous abortions.
Well, here's a good solution. Don't get an abortion at all.
Oh, that's cool. Since the
It's
overturning of Roe versus
murder.
Wade, have abortions gone up or down?
Up.
Okay, cool. So we show right there that if you try to take away the ability for people to get abortions, it doesn't make abortions go down, right? It just makes the abortions more difficult. It put a larger burden on people to get them and makes them more unsafe. So why
Which is why
again
we should make
do you
abortion
hate
illegal and then
women's health care?
prosecute
Because
people who get them.
now you're also saying on top of the fact that you're okay with taking away access to medical care for women, but now you're also saying you're in a position where you're going to encourage them to have unhealthy abortions to put them in danger. Why do you hate women?
First of all, it's not just women that can get pregnant. You realize that, right?
Okay, why do you hate men also?
Or non-binary.
Sure. Why do you hate anybody that would receive receive medical care from these places?
I don't. I just hate the fact that they're murdering their child.
Oh, well, first of all, Murder only exists in the United States once you're born. You only have rights in this country once you're born, according to the Constitution. You can't pay child support on a fetus, so the law doesn't recognize something that a child when before it's born. So just you making up this arbitrary fact that doesn't exist within the law, within the Constitution, or within any within our society outside of your specific sect in which you choose to abide by, right, doesn't mean that you have a right to impose that on somebody else. It just means that you're purposefully being ignorant and want to force your ignorance on others.
Then how come if a mother who's pregnant gets killed and the baby dies too, why is it a double homicide?
That is only in very, very small circumstances, and it's only once there's a viability of the fetus.
But you said once it's born, not
Yes.
viability.
What's an abortion to a viable fetus called?
Murder.
No, a C-section. Yeah.
That's just a removal.
Yes. What's the definition of an abortion?
I don't know. Tell me.
Yeah, it's the termination of a pregnancy, right?
Termination. Oh wait, yeah.
Of a pregnancy. So therefore, if you have a
Nah,
C-section for a viable fetus, that's an abortion. That's a termination of the pregnancy.
I still think it's murder though.
Yeah, but no
Either
one
way.
cares what you think, sir. We're not talking about what you feel, right? What percentage of abortions in the United States happen before the 24th week?
Most of them.
You want to give me a percentage?
61 is before 9, I believe. I don't know before 24.
Yeah, 99.1 before the 24th week. Okay. Does viability at any point in time exist before the 24th week?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Can you show me examples
Babies
of that?
have been born at 21. 21
Babies
weeks,
have been
I
born.
think
Does that mean that all fetuses are viable at 21?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, but the doctors say that your entire stance is crazy. So why do you start caring what doctors say now?
No, not all doctors think that. There's a whole community.
No,
of
there's not
pro-life
all
OBGYNs.
doctors, just the ones that aren't religious nut jobs.
There's also people. I never even said I was religious, by the way.
I didn't say that you said you were religious. Did I say at any point that you were religious?
You said doctors were implying that I was.
I never said that doctors implied that you were. Why would I ask a doctor whether you're religious?
I don't know, bro.
Are you religious?
I happen to be, yes.
Yeah, I know. Because that's the only people that believe this shit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Okay, what is it if it's not a human life before 24 weeks?
Define human life.
Me and you have human life.
That's not
Just
defining it. That's giving an
growth.
example of.
Growth. Growth of a human. Not
Growth of a human? What is a human?
someone with 46 chromosomes, stuff like that.
Someone with 46 chromosomes. That's all,
Anyways.
because there's a ton in the animal species that have 46 chromosomes. You know that, right? We're about to have a whole bunch of new humans.
And bipedal, they're bipedal too. So
How many petals does a fetus have?
2.
Really, the whole time?
Not the whole time.
Oh, so it's not until they get feet that they become human? What if somebody's born without limbs, like without legs? Are they human?
Yeah.
Oh,
just
well,
giving
I
an
guess
example of,
that
like, what
destroys your
human
human.
stuff.
I guess that destroys your humanity argument already.
I haven't really thought of a good definition for a human.
I know. That's the
Okay.
whole point of me bringing up the question, sir. Is that you're claiming, okay? You're claiming this being, the savior of humanity, right? While simultaneously not knowing what humanity is. That was the point I was trying to make. You don't have a good definition for what a human is. So therefore, if you don't know what a human is, you can't tell me when a human life starts, right? So then what you start to do after that is you start to make up examples of characteristics that are exhibited within humanity, and um those same characteristics exist all throughout many different things, right, in nature, right? Because you haven't actually defined human life. All right. You've been told by your oh, he left. That's okay. I hope you're still listening. You've been told by your pastor or your priest or your rabbi or, whoever, right? That abortion's wrong, but you've never actually sat down to think about why it's wrong. Okay? You've just said, yeah, mom, dad, whatever person told you that, right? I really hope, I know you ran, but I hope you're listening. Okay? And you never actually stopped to think about why you care so much about it. And I'd also let you know, if you're still here, which I hope you are, that the church did not give a shit about this like 50 years ago. Yeah. It literally wasn't until like Jim Crow started going away that the church started taking up fucking abortion causes, because I guess when they figured they couldn't suppress, black people as much anymore, they had to turn to women. Anyhow, y'all hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you haven't already. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you guys so much. Again, if you guys like support, I would love over on TikTok to clear out maybe this live gift goal, maybe clear some stuff off the gallery. Make sure you guys are sending those heart me's too. We haven't cleared we haven't cleared shit yet. We've been on for 42 minutes. So if you guys like support, I'd really appreciate that. Also, can we get this thing for 42 minutes? We're at 18,000 likes. I think like we should be like at over 50. So I mean, if y'all would like to join the live anytime, we'd really appreciate that. Any point in time. If you guys are over on YouTube, if you guys like support, I do have super chats, memberships, all that fun stuff. Gifts over there too. So if you guys like support, I appreciate you. Okie dokie. Hello, how are you?
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
I am 9 years old.
Jesus, where are your parents? Holy shit. Holy shit, dude. I should have left them on the phone to make sure that you had parents at home so I could call frickin' child services or some shit. If you're 9 and then in this live, please leave. This ain't for you. Okay? Please, to God, fucking leave. Hello, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, honey?
If you're 9, please leave. Okay? Please leave. Don't come. Do not come. do not come. 9 is wild. 9 is fucking wild, dude. Go get your parents so I can tell them they're bad parents, okay? Hoodie girl, thank you so much for the hearts. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Did that clear that off? Oh, one person needs to send the other 3 that we can clear it off the gift gallery. I need 3 from one person. Yeah, we're from like 9 to 99. It really does. Like, I'm not trying to say like, I'm really not even trying to talk shit on that kid that was like up here talking abortion. Thanks, hoodie girl, for clearing that out. I appreciate that. I'm not even trying to say that like talk shit. It's just crazy to me that like these 18-year-olds come up here and they don't know like their brain from their ass. And they've just been so indoctrinated by like religious teachings. They don't even and that's why he ran. He didn't run because I beat him in the argument. Thanks, Law. Thanks, CH. I appreciate y'all. He didn't run because I beat him in the argument. He ran because whenever you start to question somebody's like entire worldview, right? When they start to question their entire worldview, it's easier for them to run away than it is for them to like sit there and think about it. You know? It's easier for them to just try to escape the conversation than to try to, try to rethink the way they've thought about everything, you know? And this is not from a place of like, I'm not saying this from like a place of like hate. I'm saying this from a place of I've been there. You know? Like I've been there. Like I grew up in the church. I grew up with all, with all these Christian studies. I grew up with all of that. I grew up with the full indoctrination. And I just understand how it works, man. Like I get it. You know? I understand. So it sucks. It really, really does suck. But hopefully I gave him just enough to think for a second, you know? Hopefully I gave him just enough to let that kind of swirl around in his head a little bit. And then maybe he'll come back up later and have something to talk about, you know? The idea of abortion at any point in preggy sounds kind of murder though. Yeah, and see, like the way that you just said that, like I know you're a dude who can't get pregnant. Just like the way you left that comment. Like I just know you are. It is just so crazy how confident like men are to tell women what is going on in their bodies. And that they need to make the decisions on it. It's just wild. You know? My opinion. Hello?
What's going on, buddy?
What's up?
Actually, I just saw a video of you. I wanted to see if you can defend what you were saying.
Yeah, I want to see if you can keep your mouth close enough to the microphone where I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah, you were saying trans women are real women, and they belong in women's shelters.
No, sir. I said
That
I'm
was
having a
wild.
hard time understanding you because your reception is horrible, or you're not keeping your mouth
No.
close enough to your mic, or maybe you're on a Bluetooth or
Sounds
something.
like you're really mad that I have brought this up.
Okay. Well, sir, you can think whatever you want, but I can't even argue back with you unless you can actually be on the line with enough reception for me to understand the words that you're saying.
You absolutely
So
You're
you
responding
can
every word I
crash
say.
out about
Hilarious
that fact.
that you're pretending
You can crash
You
out
say
about
every word I
that
say,
fact as
but
much
you
as you want.
respond to it.
Okay, sir.
That's wild, man. Why lie like that? Actually, that's kind of crazy.
Do you see
That
all the
behavior's
people in the
wild.
chat saying you sound like you're underwater?
Your friends in the chat?
Why would
Like,
my
okay,
sir,
you're really
sir,
pivoting
hold on,
hard.
hold on,
Why
hold on.
did you
Be
say
quiet, be
trans
quiet,
women
be
belong
quiet, or
in
I'll kick
women's
you. Like
spaces?
seriously, I'm trying to have a
No,
conversation
seriously.
with you.
Why
or
did you
I-
say trans women
All right, I'll
belong in
just
women's?
kick you. All right, sir. What I was trying to tell you is, I literally do this so I could talk to people. I literally do this so I can talk to people. Okay. What benefit is it to me to kick you because your reception is bad? It does me zero good to kick you because your reception is bad. That doesn't help me at all. Okay. I would much prefer for you to, sound like you're amongst the living, Okay? And that way I can make you look dumb. But it's no fun to make you look dumb. Okay? If I feel like you're trying to talk to me through a can with a string attached to the back. All right? And now you're in my chat. Sir, instead of being in my chat, you should work on turning off your Bluetooth, which is all I was trying to tell you to do when you kept cutting me off. Yeah. So how about this? I'm going to mute you, and then when I'll give you a minute or so to fix your Bluetooth, because apparently you can't type and do that, and I'll bring you back up. If you sound like shit, then I'm going to kick you again. So I would highly advise you use this time. Okay? I would highly advise that you use this time, all right, to try to work on your reception. All right? Instead of whining in my chat. Sound good? Because if you come back up here, you sound like shit, I'm going to kick you again immediately. Scott said, I'm 99 and my caregiver is emptying my bedpan. Well, thank you so much, Scott. I really appreciate that. I was really wondering about that today, honestly. So thank you for the visual. Yeah, exactly. He didn't even drill the hole through the can and tie the other end. He just taped it to the back. All right. He got mad at somebody and threw his phone into his fish tank and had it on speaker and decided that would be a great time to call into the show.
Are you done crashing now? We chat.
All right. Are you done swimming?
You literally made up a story and believed it.
All right. It's literally happening right now. Anyways. all that time he could have been using to fix his reception and chose not to. Did nothing to help his situation. Did nothing to help his situation. Oh, excuse me. It's like not that difficult, man. Imagine calling, dude, you're not coming back up here. I tried twice. You're not coming back up here, dude. You can request as much as you want. All right. You can request as much as you want. I'm not wasting my time listening to fucking, little MAGA under the sea or whatever the fuck you got going on over there. Under the sea. Under the sea. You know it's better down where it's wetter. Take it from me. Get your minds out of the gutter, by the way. Get your minds out of the gutter. All right. All right, Tatted. All right, Cat Mom. All right. Muzz King. I'm watching you. All right. I know where y'all are at. Speaking of Tatted, thank you so much for the 5. Said his mic sound like it's blown out either from yelling at random lives or the kids that won't talk to him anymore. Oh, no, nobody had kids with him. No. No, that can't be. No, Mr. Superman, no here. No. Probably from just yelling at random lives and his mom. Ma, Meatloaf! Ma! I don't know what she's doing. I never know what she's doing. I never know what she's doing. Thank you so much, Tatted. I appreciate that. Guys like support items, super chats, money guns, all that fun stuff. Pay links in the bio. They're all at Polypolitics. Yeah. Ma, meatloaf. Hello, how are you?
Hello,
Hi, how old are you?
22.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yes, I do.
Awesome. Why is that?
I think he has done a great job with the economy. When his first term, when he signed his Tax Cuts and Job Acts of 2017, I think he's done the One Big Beautiful Act, which has been great. I just think in general he's done a good job with everything.
Okay. And how did any of those things help any of those things? Anything?
Because they gave jobs to a ton of people.
Oh, they did? Who?
Huh?
Who?
Just regular working family people.
Oh, we're like seething manufacturing jobs right now, right?
Do you support the Supreme Court?
No.
You don't like the Supreme Court?
No.
You know who Amy Barrett is?
Yes.
Do you like her?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
Are you going to explain to me why the big beautiful bill helped so many people yet we're seething jobs? Oh, he left. They're special today, guys. They're on one today. I don't know what we were going today. Guys, I have to exercise. I'm learning some more patience. Okay? I'm trying to be more patient lately. Okay? Like I said, I had an hour and a half long interview today. All right. And yeah, I'm trying to learn how to be more patient. All right. How am I doing so far? Am I doing all right? I'm doing all right, right? I'm pretty patient. I'm probably the most patient and probably the most humble. Yeah. Probably the most patient and probably the most humble. Mm-hmm. Definitely the prettiest. All right, y'all. Can y'all tap that screen? I really appreciate y'all. Again, we're about to hit an hour. We should be well over 30,000. Yeah, I haven't really slept very good this week. I don't know why. Yeah, I haven't slept very good this week. I've been kind of, I don't know why. Got a lot of going through changes. I've been going through changes. Mercury is in Gatorade? That makes sense. That checks. I hate that. Do we have any people in here that are like, do we have any people in here that are like super into like the astrology thing? Is there anyone in here that's like super into it? You are? Okay. I don't get it. I personally don't get it. Yeah, I don't get it at all. I don't. The first time somebody told me that something was in retrograde, I was like, I'm not. I have too many problems going on in my life to be thinking about this. Like I just I don't. I don't need. I don't need. Like I just. I just have so many other things in life that I need to worry about, and I can't worry about it. Venus is in retrograde or whatever the fuck. I don't even know what that means. Look, I'm not saying y'all are wrong. I don't fucking know. Somewhat. I remember this was before I, like a long time ago when I was still dating, and somebody told me like they were a something rising, something falling, something, I don't know, and I was just like, okay. Um, like I got a mortgage to pay for, dude. I don't. Anyways, I'm glad y'all know what's going on. Y'all let me know what's going on with me later, okay? Yeah. Y'all need to keep me in check, okay? Y'all need to let me know what's in what. Maybe I'll know why. Is that so? Let me know why I'm not sleeping later. I need a girl with a septum piercing to tell me why I'm not sleeping. I do love going to those things though. Yeah, Corey's a Leo. You know, Corey does act like a Leo. I get so sick of Corey acting like a Leo. Don't you guys? I hate him. I hate him when he's all Leo-ish. Hello. Hello. All right, they're not. You like me? I'm being called out with the septum piercing. I'm not calling you out. I'm just saying, like, this is your job now. Do you do astrology too, Cassie? If Cassie does astrology, then she's gonna be the one. All right. Hey Tara, how are you? You are? See, there you go. I called it. I knew there was somebody in here. I knew there was somebody in here. Oh, I'm tired, Tara. Things are going real slow today. But holy shit, the Proud Boys got into a fight with the Patriot Front. That's interesting. Right? It's like that Spider-Man meme. No, I'm talking about.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah, so Trump is a slave of the Jews, so I don't like him for that, but you're also a gay nigger, and I don't like you.
Then why are you here?
Oh, you're just a faggot nigger. I just
No,
wanted to
I
let you
heard
know.
you. I said, then why are you here?
I just wanted to let you know that.
Okay, well, thank you. Do you have anything like of
Alright.
actual intelligence to say or no?
I think all niggers should just go back to Africa because it's better for society. And if
Oh,
the Jews
so
bring them
that's
in
a
here,
no?
no. No, it's a yes.
No, I said if you had anything intelligent to say. That's what I asked you. What you're
Yeah, and I
doing
just
right
did.
now is you're just repeating like pretty much the same things you've already said, which isn't adding to the conversation. I'm wondering if your
Well,
brain cells, if your two brain cells can connect long enough to actually say
tell
something
me
worth
one good
engaging with.
thing niggers have done for society. That's what I want to know.
I don't know, kicked you off this live. Anyways, yeah, people are weird. Guys, they don't bother me. They're a joke, dude. Yeah, I know. His mother must be so, his mother / auntie must be so proud. They just come up here to just try to get a reaction out of you. That's all they're doing. They don't have that's the thing about it too. They come up here trying to get a reaction out of you. And that's why when you engage them, you realize that they're literal stupid people, you know? Yeah, they just come up to try to rage bait. It's like, bro, I don't care. You think you're the first person to come on this live and call me the N-word? You think you're the 1,000th person to do it? No one cares, dude. I've been doing this for years. Just because you can't find anyone to touch your pee-pee, and that's how sad you are that you have to come up and try to rage bait a live, that says a lot more about you than me. That says so much more about you than me. Hello, how are you? Yeah, it's like, bro, you're not getting it. You're not doing anything. I'm still trying to figure out why the Patriot Front is being confronted by the Proud Boys. Have you guys seen this shit? Do you know how big of a piece of shit you gotta be when the Proud Boys are like, you guys are pieces of shit? I'm not gonna play it in my portrait live. I am gonna play it in my landscape. If you're over on my landscape, you'll be able to see it.
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here! Back up! Back up! Get out of here! Get the fuck out! Go! You too! What? Hold on! Go! Get the fuck out! Be gone, bitch! Be gone! Fuck out of here!
They're whooping these dudes' asses.
Fuck yeah, dog. Bitch, yeah. Fuck yeah, dog.
I don't know if that's really true. They're making them rip off their masks and stuff. Who's winning? Definitely not the masked people. Hello, how are you?
Hello, you said I was rage baiting earlier, but I genuinely believe all niggers should.
Bro, you're just, dude, seriously. I understand that you have no friends and no girlfriend and nobody that loves you, okay? Just go sit in your corner and just be an incel by yourself, dude. You don't need to be here for that, dude. Weird, bro. Can you imagine I mean, the kid's probably 16 or something, right? You guys remember where you were when you guys were 16? What you guys were doing with your life? Just wondering.
Why? Now, you've called for repealing women's right to vote, which is protected by the 19th Amendment.
Right.
Why?
Because it's a good idea. No.
A lot of women wouldn't think so.
A lot of women wouldn't agree. All right. But
this is apparently Pete Hegseth's pastor. Yeah. This is an NPR interview with Pete Hegseth's pastor. You know he's in a cult, by the way. He's in a whole cult.
Now, you've called for repealing women's right to vote, which is protected by the 19th Amendment.
Right.
Why?
Because it's a good idea. No.
A lot of women wouldn't think so.
That look on her face is wild, bro.
A lot of women wouldn't agree. All right. But this is one of my favorite questions now, too.
Mm-hmm.
This is not an XXXY chromosome issue.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want women voting as individuals.
Oh. Well, that helps, big dog. He just doesn't want women voting as individuals. All right. I hope that clears everything up for y'all. All right. I hope that clears. It's not an XY chromosome thing. It's a he just doesn't like women thing, like women as individuals. All right. This is what we say. Conservative women, why are you talking to me? You know? Why are you talking to me? Where's your husband? This is the literal Secretary of Defense's fucking oh my god. People are so dumb, bro. People are so dumb. Yeah, apparently. Yeah. And they wonder why women generals keep getting freaking kicked out, right? Why freaking women and black generals keep getting demoted. And they wonder. And I wonder. Hello, how are you? Hello. This is funny. I love when people do this. Hold on. I'm gonna do this. Watch this. Oh, you're still here? Shit. My bad. I thought I already kicked you. So this is what makes me laugh, guys. I'm gonna throw this up on the screen for you guys because it's good. Just for you guys to get the laugh, okay? Just because I want you guys to get the laugh. Normally I wouldn't do this, but it's just it just sounded fun at the time, so I'm gonna do it real quick, all right? Hold on, I have to grab something real quick. Oh no, stop! Don't do that. Stop! Oh my god! Why are you doing that? Oh, never mind. I can't get it to work. Wait, maybe I can do it that way. Oh no. All right. Hey, where'd it go? There it is. Because I have nothing else to do right now because we don't have too much callers, and I didn't really plan too much today because honestly I was on an interview for like 2 hours. Anyways, oh, it's my fault. Like I said, I didn't have a whole lot planned for today. I was gonna try to just have a few debates, and everybody that debates ran away from me. But we have this guy named Blown in my chat who's letting me know. All right. Who's letting me know that I have fallen off. All right. That I have fallen off. Hi, Blown. How are you? I can't get a color. I've already had 3 today. He said I've fallen off while he has a total of what it looks like is 468 followers. Pretty impressive, dude. Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. That's good. And he wants you to follow him and more content soon. Maybe just thought I'd throw this out there. Just Just for a second. I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Okay? Maybe if you spent more time making content and less time trying to troll people, all right, then you would have more than 500 followers. Check that out. It's funny how you say I fell off when you were never on. How are you hating from outside the club? You can't even get in. If I woke up tomorrow with as many followers as you had, I would throw myself out of my window. I've gained more followers from a single video than you have in total. Okay? You look like you got beat up, bro. Is that really the profile picture you want to go with? Oh, Jesus, bro. Do you look like you got beat the fuck up in that photo, too? You don't want to come at me when I don't have callers or anything like that. When I don't, because some days, like yesterday, I had a whole bunch of shit planned for the live. And then like when I wake up, like for Saturday, I have a whole bunch of shit planned for the live. Today was pretty much to get on and BS with you. I was going to take some calls and remind y'all that the new episode of the podcast is coming out in less than 12 hours. So y'all need to make sure that you guys listen to it. Okay? That was the big point for this. But if I have nothing else going on, I'm bored, dude. I will make this entire show about you. Okay? And that excuse for a face that you have. All right? I have nothing better to do with my time. I have nowhere to be. I have nowhere to be but to just make this whole thing just about you. Does this man even respond to YouTube comments? Well, yes, all the time. But you have to say something worth me responding to in order for me to respond. Okay? I have so many different chats going on. You have to say something worth me responding to. I don't just respond just because you say something. All right? You gotta say something worth something that, you know, that's responding to. All right? Like this one that says, "Greetings from the Islamic Republic of Japan. I hope you enjoy your halal sushi." Oh, I heard someone say that today and I was like, that's freaking halal sushi is tops. Tops. I don't know what's involved in halal sushi, but that's great. Oh my goodness. What's up, Canada? I was actually just looking at a tattoo artist up in Canada. She's been going like super viral. I'm not for me, but yeah. She's somewhere like outskirts of like Vancouver or something. Anyways, she does amazing work. Super, super, super bright, colorful shit. which is not my style. But I have one color tattoo, and I just got it, and it's tiny.
Trump.
Hello?
I still support Trump.
You do? That's good. How old are you?
38.
Awesome. Why do you still support Trump?
None of his policies have dissuaded me from my vote.
Huh? What? None of his policies have dissuaded you?
No.
Oh, so like when he was ordered by the Congress to release all of the unredacted Epstein files to get justice for victims of child trafficking, and he ignored it, you don't have a problem with that?
They haven't released Epstein files?
No, the order was to release all of the unredacted files.
So have they released Epstein files?
Have they released all of the unredacted Epstein files? No.
They've released more files than any files ever released by the government. More files from the Epstein files have been released than any other investigation ever in United States history.
What does that have to do with what I said?
Well, okay, so you said, why am I still
Sir,
supporting Trump?
he is holding files that is stopping victims of child trafficking from getting justice. Why are you okay with that?
Well, again, you said, why do I support Trump?
Sir, if I
agree.
have 10 million fucking pieces of paper, okay, and I release 9 million of them, but the other 1 million that I don't release are the ones that get victims for justice for victims of child sex trafficking, then no one really gives a fuck about the 9 million, dude.
I hear you. If you allow me to
so
speak,
you
I'd be
said there
happy
is
to.
no policy under the Trump administration that has persuaded you away from his vote. His policy under his administration is to not get justice for them. Okay, Pam Bondi straight up said she wouldn't even talk to him, wouldn't even try to get justice for them. You said that none of his policies, zero,
that's correct,
have persuaded you. So I want to know why you're okay with victims of child sex trafficking not getting justice.
If you allow me to give a full response without interrupting me, I'd be happy to.
Well, you're just not responding at all. You're just like, he released some other files. I don't care about those. Oh, there's more files released for this and anything. I don't give a shit about that, sir. I want to know why you are okay with that.
Epstein committed suicide in 2019. The Democrat and the Democrat government withheld all of the files, 100% of the files.
I didn't ask you about fucking Democrats, sir. Donald, do you support Democrats? Hey, do you support Democrats?
Of course not.
Okay, if you don't support Democrats and you're saying they didn't release the files, then that makes sense. So explain to me why you don't support Democrats because they didn't release the files, but you support Donald Trump for still not releasing the files to not get them justice.
I am picking between a two-party system.
No, you're not. You are choosing to support Donald Trump, and you're saying you did not just say that you still support Trump, sir. You didn't say just, sir.
I'll pick the 95%.
No, stop. Nope, stop. Maybe you don't know what you're saying here. Okay, so maybe we need to work on your understanding and comprehension.
So which
of what? Hold on. Stop talking.
The Democrats,
stop
0%,
talking.
or the Trump 95%.
I'm gonna mute you. 3, 2, 1. Stop talking. You didn't say I support Trump because I dislike the Democrats. That's not what you said. Okay? If you said that, then we would be having a conversation right now about the comparison between Donald Trump and the Democrats. What you said is, I support 100% of the things that Donald Trump is doing. That nothing that he's done would persuade you even in the slightest to not fucking support your that vote for Donald Trump. So that means that it has zero matter. None of what Democrats have done matters. Nothing what Democrats are doing now matters. This is only, and about nothing else, only about why you support Donald Trump. So you explain to me why Donald Trump is not releasing these files for justice for them. If you can't say anything about Democrats, you've already put yourself in a corner in this conversation. Now, if you'd like to retract that statement.
I would love to respond, but you just keep talking.
Well, I'm sorry, sir. Did I call your live?
No, you just keep talking and talking.
Well,
And
sir,
every time I try
I'm sorry.
talking,
Did I call your
you
line?
interrupt me like you're doing right this second.
Well, sir, you'd
That's
already
your
be
way of
talking right
trying to
now if
win
you
an
didn't start.
argument is
If you didn't
over-talking
start crying,
somebody.
you'd already
You
be
should
talking.
listen 50%
Yeah, no, you'd
of the time.
already
God
be
gave you two
no. You'd already be talking if you would have A, answered the question first off, which you haven't done, and B, if you would have just let me finish my sentence. Because obviously you don't have the ability, okay, to talk and listen. All right? I'm dealing with someone who, this is what we would call a hostile witness. Okay? I've asked you a question, you're refusing to respond to it, so I have to keep repeating the question. So, and I'm giving you an out. I'm giving you an out right now, sir. I am allowing you the chance to retract your statement,
Sir,
okay?
if you
So
and I
you don't sound like a dumbass. All right? I'm giving you the chance. So one chance. Here you go. Would you like to retract your original statement so you don't sound like a dumbass?
you just keep talking over me and muting me. So it is also odd, I find very odd, that the first thing you
Nope,
bring
that
up
wasn't
is
the question I
Epstein
asked
files, 'cause
you.
you're worried
Nice
about
try.
what?
Would you
Let me finish speaking.
like to retract your
Dude, can I
statement?
have 5 seconds of speaking?
You can't have 1 fucking second until you answer my question.
I've answered every question that
Would
you tried to
you
give me.
like to retract your statement?
No.
Okay.
No.
Why are you okay with the Trump administration not releasing files to get justice for victims of child sex trafficking? Why do you support a president that is doing that? That is the question.
Great question. Child sex trafficking has significantly dropped thanks to closing the southern border, which the Democrats and yourself have time and time again wanted to open. Child sex has gone
That's
down
not even a
because of
response
Donald
to
Trump.
what I said.
That's why I support his
That's
policy.
not even a
Great
fucking
question.
response to what I said.
Great question. I agree.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Now I will have to re-ask the last question again. Okay. And here's what's going to happen. Okay. If you would like to answer that question, that is really, really awesome. Okay. You can answer that question directly. And if you choose to not answer that question, I have multiple other people waiting to talk to me and I will move on to them. Okay. If you want to talk about immigration.
109 viewers.
Yeah. In that one chat. You know I'm running on 3 different lives right now, right?
Whoa. Big time.
So, last chance. If you want to talk about immigration, we can afterwards. But last chance. Answer the question or don't. I don't care.
Happy to. What's your question? Do I support Donald Trump's Epstein release of 95% of Epstein files? Yes.
Yeah, that's not what I asked you. I'm not asking.
Yes, I support Donald Trump's Epstein policy.
Gotcha.
It beats every other policy that's come before him.
Why do you
What
support...
policy has come out before him that's better? None.
What policy has come out before him better? How about the policy of prosecuting child sex traffickers?
There's been more child sex...
Guess what? That's been the policy of literally every other fucking president. But you support the one that doesn't support that. That's wild. That's actually pretty crazy. That's actually pretty wild. Anyways, it sounds like you don't want to talk about this very much. Okay, that's why you keep avoiding and pivoting off the conversation, because it doesn't sound like you have much to say about this one. And I completely understand, sir. I completely understand, sir. Because if I was you, I wouldn't want to talk about this conversation either. Because you've only done 3 things when I've asked you about this question. 1, okay, you've tried to blame Democrats. 2, you've tried to talk about the southern border. Okay, so that's, I don't even remember what the third one was. What was the third one, y'all? I don't even remember what it was. Yeah, I guess it was really unimportant. So it sounds like, besides the fact that you support child sex trafficking, you have something else you want to say. So what was that?
Is this what an L sounds like? You just keep muting me and talking over me?
You're not muted.
So
are you crying about being muted and you're not even muted? Wow.
There's no I was muted. You did mute me.
Wow.
There's no policy.
He's literally crying about being muted while not being muted.
Has done.
Y'all could hear him the whole time, right?
Released 0 files in 5 years. Trump released 95% of files in less than a year.
Yeah.
What are you bitching about?
How many files are you allowed to release while an investigation is open?
You can't be kidding me.
Oh no,
Oh my God,
it was a
you
pretty
are.
simple question. How many files are allowed to be
There's no
released?
investigation to Epstein. There was zero investigation to Epstein after his
Oh.
death. He was dead the
Oh.
entire time that Biden was in charge.
So they weren't prosecuting Ghislaine Maxwell?
Oh, but I thought you said Epstein files. Did you change
Yeah,
this? Is this the Maxwell
you
files?
don't see how the Epstein files would be critical to Ghislaine Maxwell's case?
Your argument is seriously
I'm sorry,
that,
sir.
that
I'm
Biden
sorry, sir.
couldn't
I'm
release
sorry,
any
sir.
Epstein
I'm
files?
sorry, sir.
Wait, hold
I'm
on.
sorry,
Is that your
sir.
argument?
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Do you not have the comprehension ability to understand how the Epstein files were critical to the case against Ghislaine Maxwell?
Really? What did we learn about in the Ghislaine Maxwell files that were so important?
Sir. I'm sorry. Maybe you can't
No.
answer my question.
Answer the question.
Again, no. I just
Answer the
asked
question.
you
What
one
did we learn
twice.
in the Maxwell files that was so
I just
important?
asked you one twice, and you've answered both of those with questions and not answered the question. So again, I'm going to ask you a third time, and it's sad that I have to give a grown man these ultimatums. Okay?
The federal
Answer the
government
question,
can
or I
release.
will hang up the question. Hang up the thing. Okay.
Files they choose to
How
release,
many
period.
files are allowed to be released? Okay, on an open court case.
100%. 100%. The
100%.
federal government, the President of the United States, can release files at his will. 100%. He can declassify anything he wants.
You think that
Yeah.
court
Do you
documents
not
are
know
classified?
that? Hold on. Do you not know that the President of the United States can declassify any file that he
Do you
wants?
think that investigative
Do you
files on
not
a
know
court
that?
case are classified?
Do you not know that?
Sir, again.
You don't know that?
Okay. Guys, we're dealing with one that's like real stupid, so I do apologize for how I have to deal with him, okay? I wish I could talk to him like a normal human being. I wish I could talk to him like a human being, but we're dealing one with that's real fucking stupid, okay? So, I apologize in advance, okay? It's not my fault, it's his parents' fault, but regardless, I'm doing my best here, okay? They kept dropping him on his head, okay? But you don't always have all your fingers when your family tree is a straight line, okay?
More money in a month than you make in a year.
Do you think that files related to the investigation of criminal charges are classified?
So first off, do you think that the president...
3, 2, 1, answer the question or I'm hanging up right now. They're not.
No.
Cool. Perfect. So, since they're not classified, your entire little rant, cry, crash out session
files were
muted.
classified, though.
Your entire rant, okay, about fucking the president can declassify whatever he wants had no bearing on what we're fucking talking about. Zero. Okay. So, I will ask you the question for one final time, and I promise you it will be the last time because you are an ignorant fool and I have zero will to keep talking to you if you're going to keep acting like one. Okay? Are you allowed to release files on open investigations on open criminal trials?
For starters, yes, the president can. For second,
okay,
the Epstein
well,
files...
then you're too dumb. No, you cannot. Okay? That's why none of them were released. It's that simple. No, you cannot. And that's why none of them are released. It's not that difficult. We could have got to this part of the conversation so easily and so calmly like adults. But I guess it's just bottom of the barrel people that we're talking to. Y'all, if y'all would like to support the live, I do have super chats. I do have live gift goals, trying to clear out the money gun out of the gift gallery. So I appreciate y'all. Hello, how are you?
Hello, this is James Mason speaking to you.
No, I'm good.
Am I speaking to Politic?
No, I'm good. We'll move on to the next person.
So I would like to debate topics related to immigration.
All right. What do you want to talk about when it comes to immigration?
All right. I am a Irish American immigrant.
All right. First of all, are you calling me from Ireland, and are you using a string and can to do it?
No, I'm not, sir. I just wanted to bring up the fact that
it's really hard to hear you. I have you maxed out on volume, and I'm having a really hard time hearing you.
How are you now?
No, I'm having a really hard time hearing you.
Really hard time hearing me?
That's a little better. Are you on like a Bluetooth or something?
Could be, could be, you know, could, you know. What
You
do you
don't
call it?
know
One of
whether
the
you're on a
fact
Bluetooth
that
or not?
I could be, I could be.
Well, if you are, if can you
No,
first
just
of
wanted
all,
to,
can you first of all try to
just
figure
like
out
Donald Trump,
if
we
you
at the
are,
Irish
can you
Republican
try to
Army,
figure out
fucking
if you are, okay? And if you are, can you please get rid of it? The Bluetooth so we can hear you?
No, sir, no, sir. I'm not on a Bluetooth.
All right. Anyways, we'll move on to the next person. We got some winners today. Chris, thank you so much for the $100 over on Venmo. I really, really appreciate that. Can we get huge W's in the chat for Chris for the big ol' hundo over on Venmo? That is absolutely huge and so absolutely amazing. I really, really appreciate that. Light this thing up with fucking W's for Chris over here. It says Fingerless Freddy says this guy is dodging. That is absolutely fucking huge. Thank you so much, Chris. I really appreciate that so much. Woo! It's huge. It's huge. It's huge. So huge. It's like Arnold Palmer. Guys, if you like sport, I do have pay links in the bio for direct donations. All at Polypolitics. Super chats are always super helpful. Gifted memberships are always super helpful. And Chris, thank you so much. That is so absolutely huge. That's as huge. That donation was huge as Arnold Palmer. It's gonna be so big. It's gonna be as big as the Islamic Republic of Japan. Hello, how are you?
What's up? What's up? Can you hear me?
I can. How old are you?
36.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
Yeah, we went over this last night. I called you last night.
Are we just doing pillow talk now? You just call me every night? What are you wearing, Jake
No.
from State Farm?
Hey, shout out to the chat. BJ, your bot, convinced me to call in.
All right, Jake. Well, why are you calling in?
Hey, I want to finish the conversation that we had last night.
All right. What conversation did we have last night?
All right. My whole thing was the whole compromising thing and achieving unity.
Oh, not you.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I have a question. For you, Paulie.
VJ, why would you do this to me?
I have a question for you, Paulie.
Why would
If,
you?
if,
VJ,
if the election...
did I do something to you, VJ? Is that what is this like some type of like payback? So I swear I didn't mean
Paulie,
to. Okay.
I have a question for you.
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. I really didn't. Okay.
I have a question for you, Paulie.
What's your
Hello?
question?
My question is, if the elections were held today between Biden and Trump, who are you gonna vote for?
It's fucking Biden.
So what you're telling me is that you're a fake socialist.
I've never claimed to be a socialist.
Then what are you?
I'm a progressive.
Oh my God! Why is everything so divided?
What?
So are you a Democrat voter?
My votes tend to go towards Democrats, but I am not a registered Democrat. No.
So basically, you have no fucking morals, right? You don't really you don't care. You just vote. You vote blue no matter who.
Sir, your morals are derived from what political party you belong to.
Paulie, answer the question. Do you vote blue no matter who?
No.
What do you mean no?
I mean no. Do you not know what no means?
What the fuck do you vote for? Is it just you vote against MAGA? Is that your whole purpose here?
I do vote against MAGA, but see, MAGA didn't exist
So
my
you vote
entire
blue no
life.
matter who. So you vote blue no matter
I
who.
just said I didn't do that. Do you think
You
everybody?
vote against MAGA, so you vote blue no matter who.
Do you think
you have to call it out for what it is, Paulie?
Do you think every politician on the right is MAGA?
No. Like what
So
I consider
you mean I have the ability?
What I consider Mitch McConnell.
So what you're saying is I have the ability to vote red and still vote against MAGA?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So therefore, I don't vote blue no matter who, and I still vote against MAGA.
All right. Well, have you ever voted Republican?
For certain things, yeah.
When?
Multiple times. I think I voted for some flavor of a Republican most elections.
How about on the national level?
On the national level, no.
Yeah. No, so you do vote blue no matter who?
No.
On the national level, you do.
On the national level, I have not been presented with a better choice.
That you choose to believe that it's not a better choice.
I don't choose to believe whether it's a better choice or not.
I evaluate my options. Everything in life is a choice, Polly.
I evaluate my options, and when looking at those options, it is very clear, okay, that on a national level, there aren't many people that would fall under the Republican Party that have any semblance of, I mean, any type of morality that would fall anywhere near my spectrum.
Polly, just call it for what it is. You vote blue no matter who on the national level.
Are you trying to convince me? Is that what's trying to go on? Is that what's happening now?
That's exactly what you do. You vote against MAGA.
It sounds like you're trying to convince me.
You vote against MAGA. You don't care who you vote for. You don't care if it's Joe Biden. You don't care if it's Kamala Harris. You just want to vote anybody that's not Trump. Be honest.
Well, currently, yes. I would pretty much vote anybody that's not
Trump. Exactly. So you have to stick by your standard, bro.
But again,
you have to call it out. You have to be honest.
No matter who. There are people that are red that are against Trump also.
What about on the national level, sir?
Yes, there are people on the national level who have been against Trump.
Who are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, dude?
So what about 2024?
What about it?
It's hard to have an honest conversation with you because you're not an honest person.
Sir, I've been as honest as I possibly can, and whenever I'm honest with you, you just scream and yell that what I said wasn't honest. You're like having a conversation with a toddler.
Sir, did you vote Kamala in 2024?
Yes.
But you're a progressive.
Yes.
Is Kamala a progressive?
Used to be, but not anymore.
Used to be. So why the fuck did you vote for Kamala when she was a progressive? Why did you
she more highly aligns with my values? Because she more closely aligns with,
right?
Because she more close. Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up, dude. Jesus. Because she more closely aligns with my values than Trump did. Just because I'm a progressive doesn't mean that I live in the little progressive fan club where we only ever vote for fucking progressives, where we can't think outside of our little fucking bubble. Okay, we have the ability to think critically. Right? And if somebody, even if they don't belong to the progressive party, progressive ideology, is less bad than a fascist, then I'm going to vote for the person that's less bad.
You're missing the point, Polly.
No, I'm not. But I am missing brain cells after talking to you.
That's why you're a weak party. Because you don't stand up. You don't stand up. You should have voted for progressive candidates only.
I'm just not a cult member.
You should vote for your candidates only. Only. You're progressive. You only vote progressive candidates only, bro.
He's trying to convince me, by the way, on this. You guys notice that, right? He's not. He's literally trying to convince me that I shouldn't vote with my honest evaluation of a candidate. That's what he's trying to convince me of. 100%. He's like, if you can make an honest evaluation of candidates, you should ignore all of that to vote for only progressives, but then also I'm going to yell and scream at you for only voting blue no matter who, because that I don't like also. Okay? This is a literal, like, gaslighting projection, weird fucking, I don't even know what the fuck is going on right now. But I'm gonna drop you because I hate this with everything I have, okay?
It's because you're losing the argument.
Sure, bud, whatever you say.
That's why. You're losing the argument. You just got exposed.
I don't care. That doesn't hurt my feelings, dude. I'm not for.
You just lost.
Guys, if your maturity level says like, you know, oh, you're losing the argument, and that's gonna make you like me like, oh, well, in that case, let's argue more. Bro, I'm not, dude, I'm not for. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Grow up. You're in your 30s. Like, grow up, bro. Yeah, I know. I got rid of him. Speaking of sport, AWT, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Why is his temper tantrum so funny? I think you saw about the last guy. It was not funny to me. I got a giant headache. I literally need like Tylenol now. It literally hurt my head. Keisha, thank you so much for parking the bus. Parking that bus. Do I gotta park my bus? Hope you got a big trunk. Sorry, I don't know. I went to go make a joke on this and then it didn't land at all. I was losing it. Anyways, thank you so much, Keisha. Megs, thank you so much for the gifted membership too. I really appreciate that. And Mike over there, Mike, I see all of those gifts. VJ, Phil, thank you so much for that. Y'all, we have been on almost an hour and 45 minutes. We still haven't hit 100,000 likes with almost 500 people in there. So y'all are slacking. So can y'all please tap that screen over on TikTok? I would love to clear out some of the gift gallery today. That'd be really appreciated. Or clear out a gift goal. I got the money guns up there. Corey, thank you so much for clearing out the corgis out of the gift gallery. I appreciate that. So if you guys like to support the live, thank you so much for whatever that is too. That's cool. If you guys like to support the live, again, this live only runs off of your guys' donations. There are no sponsors or anything like that. So if you guys are enjoying it, please consider supporting in whatever way. Also, I have pay links. They're all at Polypolitics on all of them. So I really appreciate that. Tara, thank you so much for lighting up the match-tacular too. That's so cool. Thank you so much. That was a chat for Ryan and Tara and Megs and Keisha and everybody. All right, why is that not coming up? Hello, how are you? I did call you Corey. Sorry, Ryan. Hello, how are you?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Right. I like Trump. Right? He said he was going to close the borders, right? Did he do that?
No.
Oh, he didn't? Oh, man. I think he's a very beautiful man, regardless.
And I would say you have a very weird sense of beauty. But hey, beauty is in the eye of the.
I'm not
beauty
gay,
is
you know.
in the
I don't really
eye
support
of
that
the
stuff, but the way his
beholder.
toothpaste flaps in the
So
wind,
if you're
you
a
know,
beholder,
there's something to me.
you probably know what beauty looks like.
Yeah, it looks like Trump.
Do you need me to send you a dollar or two, man?
$1?
Yeah, you hurting right now?
No, I'm not hurting.
Good. Then change that fucking battery in your smoke detector. Holy shit, dude. Are you fucking serious right now? This is what we're fucking doing?
I voted for Trump so that he'd fix it. He hasn't come around to it yet. He's a very busy man.
Bro, change that fucking battery. I will it's fucking crazy, bro. That is a wild thing in the year of our Lord 2026 to just be sitting out here not fucking changing batteries and smoke detectors, bro. That's fucking wild, dude. All right. I know you're trying to troll, but I'm being serious. Okay? You need to go change that thing, and you're disappointing me. All right?
I'd never want to disappoint you.
I know, and you shouldn't. So get off this live and go change that battery, okay?
gonna wait.
All right. Bro, don't just be disappointing me over here, okay, like that. That's just rude. Retracted, thank you so much for the galaxy. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. We're going to keep these conversations going. We actually have a few people that want to talk. So, yeah, I know we got a bunch of winners today. We got a bunch of winners today, bro. Just go. Yeah, exactly. That's a safety hazard. I'm trying to help you out. Okay, I'm trying to help you out. Hello, how are you? Hello. You are on the line. All right. Well, I guess you can call back then. I don't want to say your phone number out loud, but hello. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Polly? Polly, what's up?
Last on air today.
What's good, man? I just called you. I apologize for raising my voice. That's not how adults
Is this
talk.
Unity?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. All right, cool. Now I just needed to save that so I know when you come back up next time. Hello, how are you?
Hello, I am good.
Awesome. How old are you?
I'm 19.
I don't normally save people, but Unity's got to get saved. Unity's got to get. I like never save people, but I'm making an exception for Unity. All right, just one time. Anyways, do you still support Trump?
Yeah, relatively, yeah.
Awesome. Why is that?
I wanted to discuss with you more than, argue. I wanted to actually talk. What do you think should be going on with gun laws and stuff? Because I don't know your specific views on that. I've not heard anybody bring it up with you or anything, and I'm just kind of curious, and I kind of want to debate that.
Yeah, I think that we need stricter gun laws in this country by a long shot. I think that we've got into this cycle where for some reason any gun law is somehow some type of infringement on the rights, which the Second Amendment never intended whatsoever, right? And so we've gotten to this point where the number one cause of preventable death in children is gun violence, where kids have to do drills for school shooters and other things like that in this school, where we shouldn't be like that. No other developed nation on this planet is going through the same situation that we are. And we could solve it by just implementing common sense gun laws, right? Laws that help keep guns away from people that are mentally ill, or away from people who've been, who are at threat of domestic violence, or making sure that people have, increase the penalties for people that don't have their guns registered or don't keep them in a safe spot. All things like this could easily reduce gun crime in the United States significantly. If you want to go a little further, you could do things like the assault weapons ban that happened under Clinton, which we saw a drastic decrease in mass shootings in the United States due to that, and they did that without taking a single gun out of a single person's hand. Right? There are so many things that we could do, but what we're doing currently is just throwing up our hands and saying, for some reason, that due to this misreading of the Second Amendment, which anybody who's ever taken a high school English class could read and understand, never meant that, and we're using that as a justification for mass death of people in the United States for no reason.
I agree with most of that. A few things I don't agree with on that is I understand the stricter gun laws in place of people predisposed to domestic violence and people who, can't have the mental capabilities to be responsible with a firearm. I agree with those on an inherent count, but I believe it's more up to the person, the person who has the gun to keep people safe with those guns, rather than is the responsibility of the government to make the people who are good with guns suffer with stricter laws and harsher conditions.
No one's suffering. There's no suffer. First of all, you're putting it on the individual. If the individual is going to fix it, we wouldn't have a problem. and our problem's getting worse, not better, right? If it was just the individual needs to fix it, if that was the case, then the individuals would have already fixed it. We're past that. Okay? But this is not suffer. It's not suffering to make you go get a driver's license to drive your car. It's not suffering to make sure you wear your seatbelt or that your car is registered. Those aren't things that are it's not suffering. Okay? Those are regulations that the government has put in place to make sure that A, you know how to drive your car. Okay? B, we know that car belongs to you. Okay? That so you know how to drive it and that it belongs to you and that you're insured for the things that happen with it. That's not suffering. No one, have you ever said that that's suffering before?
I mean, no, that's true. Maybe I misused the word.
Sure.
What I meant when I said suffering is like they have to jump through more hoops to get basic firearms, which in the Constitution as an American right.
No,
so I'm going to admit you have me beat on that one. You've got me beat on that one. If I'm allowed,
but real quick,
I would like
it's
to
not
talk
in the
about
Constitution, right? You understand that, right? That's not in the Constitution.
the Second Amendment is.
The Second Amendment says the right for states to have militias shall not be infringed. It never says that gun rights cannot be infringed. It doesn't say that. And a basic reading of the English language and how it works says that very, very, very clearly. Okay? There's two commas in there that for some reason people just leave out. All right? And again, this is not even me saying take all guns from all people. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have the right to own weapons, to be able to defend themselves or hunt or do any of the things that, anything like that. I think that people should be able to have weapons to protect their families and their houses. I think that they should be able to have weapons to be able to go hunt. I believe they should be able to have weapons to go just, shoot discs flying through the air. I did that once. It was really fun. Okay. I have no issue with that. All right. But that's just the same way that I think people should be able to have the right to buy 5.0 Mustangs or whatever whatever Porsche or whatever fast car that you have. I think that people should be able to buy those. But I think we should know who has them. I think that they should be registered, and I think we should know that they know how to use them. Right? I think about it more like how I don't know if you've ever been to Europe or not.
No, I have not.
Okay. Well, this is just gonna be something. It's gonna be off, but I'm gonna relate it back, and I think you're gonna find the connection real quick. So I lived in Italy for a while, and do you ride motorcycles by any chance?
I used to.
You used to. Perfect. So you had a motorcycle license?
Not active currently. It's expired.
But you did have one at a certain point.
Yes.
Yeah. That's all I was asking. So you had a motorcycle. What kind of bike did you have?
I had a Ninja. I think it was an RH2.
Oh, okay, like a 600, or was it like the Ninja 250?
Yeah. I think I don't.
If you don't know, it was the 250. If you don't know, it was the 250. Anyways, I'm not gonna trash you too bad. But anyways, so what I was gonna say is, so if you go to Italy, right, and this is the way a lot of European countries are. All right. So in the United States, for y'all that don't ride and have never ridden motorcycles, I rode for many years.
Okay.
You can go get a motorcycle license. You can go get a motorcycle endorsement on your license. You can go down to the store and you can buy whatever fucking bike that you want. All right. You can go buy a Hayabusa if you want a day into having your driver's license, right? And having your motorcycle license. Now, is it safe for someone who's never ridden a motorcycle besides maybe their safety class to jump on a Hayabusa and go take it on the freeway? Well, some people may be able to handle it. Most people, probably not a best starter bike, but you can do it here. In places like Italy, you actually have to step your way up in cc's, right? So you have to ride things that are like 50 cc's for like a while until you get used to it. Then you can go up to like 100. Then you can go up to like 200, 300, and you have to step your way through cc's. So by the time you see people on like these like long range, freaking like BMW, like high speed bikes in Europe, these dudes have been riding for like 20, 30 years, and they've been riding on things a lot smaller. So we know that by the time they get to those bikes, we know they know how to handle them because they've had years and years of experience, and the government makes sure that they have those years and years of experience, right? I believe that we should that we should have a similar law, and that's not stopping people from having motorcycles, by the way. It's just making sure that
absolutely.
they're qualified before they have the larger ones, right? And I think that we should implement something like that when it comes to gun rights, right? I believe that you can have a gun to protect your house, or you can have a gun to go like hunt or whatever, but we're going to step you up, and we're going to make sure that you're qualified on what you have, that you know how to use it, that you know how to maintain it, that you know how to be safe with it, that you know how to, make sure it doesn't get stolen or somebody to steal it. And then once you've earned that right, and we've learned that, hey, you know how to handle that, then I'm willing to give you more responsibility. But if we can just have it where people that have never purchased a firearm in their life and never, been trained properly on it can go get the the firearms that can do the most damage, when we don't know if they know how to keep them safe, or stop someone from stealing them, or maintain them properly, or keep them out of the reach of children, then we're just doing ourselves a disservice and we're doing the person a disservice, right? In my opinion.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and honestly, that makes a lot of sense to me personally as well. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I'm gonna be honest. I think you've just had me beat there.
Oh, well, I'm not trying to beat you, sir. This is literally not a debate. This is literally just my feelings. And again, this is not coming from somebody who's just like, oh no, like not like I've been, I am very aware of how to use weapons myself. I just believe that I believe that the freedom to actually own weapons in this country is being infringed on in a way that people don't think about. And that infringement comes from the fact that it's so unregulated that nobody can trust anybody. If that makes sense. I know that might sound kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But I think that if we actually regulated them to a point where we know that the people that have them are safe and they know that they're using them, then I think that opens up the freedom for the right people to be able to have them, right? For probably you. You're probably a very responsible gun owner. I don't know that, but I'm sure that you are, right? I'm sure that you're a very responsible gun owner, and I think that you should be able to have it, but we have to put restrictions on so I know that you're the right person and you have them, and not, Billy down the road who has, 4 DUIs and 3 domestic assaults and leaves his, loaded firearm on his passenger seat when he runs into the store, right? Like that's just my opinion.
I get that. I see where you're coming from, and I can agree with that pretty deeply. Yeah, I guess you answered my questions.
Good.
And we didn't have a crazy debate like everybody else.
Yeah, you see, for all y'all out there, you see how we didn't scream or anything?
Yeah, see, I've been watching your show for a while, and I was just like, I wonder if, I could have a debate with this guy without yelling, because he seems reasonable. Honestly, you seem pretty reasonable to me.
Yeah, I just match energy, big dog.
I appreciate your time. I appreciate you letting me on the call. I appreciate your time, and I will let you go on to the next guy.
All right, bro. You have a good one, all right?
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, can we get W's in the chat for caller for not yelling and screaming at me? I so highly appreciate not being yelled at, screamed at. It's so nice. It's so incredibly nice to not be yelled and screamed at. I'm a nice guy. Like I realized this the last, like I said, I have done 2 hour-and-a-half-long interviews with people that I disagree with the last 2 days. I did an hour-and-a-half-long interview yesterday. I did an hour-and-a-half-long interview today with people that I disagree with. And I realized I am so easily capable of having conversations with people I disagree with. That means it's y'all's fault. That means it's y'all's fault. Speaking of which, new episode of the Polypolitics podcast will be out tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Central. Convert that to whatever time you're in. So make sure you guys are checking it out. 7 a.m. Make sure you guys are going to Spotify, Apple, Audible, you name it, wherever you want to go. Go check it out. And I do what I think to be a pretty amazing rant on Graham Plattner that you're not going to want to miss. Okay? I do a pretty amazing rant on Graham Plattner that you're not gonna want to miss. So make sure you guys check it out. It is on YouTube. It'll be out tomorrow. Make sure you guys go to the podcast playlist. There's the podcast playlist and the video podcast playlist, and turn on the notifications for that playlist. That way you get that. Also, just hit notifications for where you're at now. And yeah, new episode will be out tomorrow. So I really appreciate you guys. Also, like I said, I've had great, very, very, very long interviews lately that you guys are not gonna want to miss with some people that I do not agree with. And we even came to some little understandings too, which I think is pretty cool on certain things. So big fun. All right. If you guys like support the live, I do have super chats. Those are awesome. Fireworks in the live gift goal, trying to clear that off the gift gallery. That's awesome. Gifts over on YouTube. The goat trophy is my favorite. I don't know. Fireworks are cool too. Goat trophy is pretty crazy though. Pretty cool. So yeah, go check it out. Really appreciate you guys. Love y'all. Join the Discord.
Yo, hello?
Hello, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing awesome, man. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Awesome. Do you still support
Yeah,
Trump?
so, no, I hate him because he's a Jew and nigger lover. And I just wanted to point out that I support you for being gay. I wish every single nigger on the planet is gay. And I wanted to ask.
Wow. You, that was weird. Oh, there he is. All right. Anyways, we're going to move on to the next person. Keep this thing going. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I just want to follow back to that guy previously about gun control. There's some things that I kind of agree or disagreed of the things that he brought up, like, restricted gun control laws and all this stuff. I'm a very avid shooter, okay? I live in the most gun control restricted in America. I live in California. So yes, there's a lot of us out here who doesn't like a restricted gun laws. And not only that, we don't have a true definition of what can we make it more restrictor that we have restricted on our current policy on our gun control. Like for example, California, we have all type of accessories that people call it the gay gun, basically. You know how most of the other states, their accessories look more militarized, cool-looking tactical design. And in California, we just don't have a lot of selective of accessories. Besides that, besides the look, the reason why I'm calling is that because when we say restricted gun control, none of the politicians don't understand what they truly wanted.
Then vote in better politicians.
What I'm trying to say is that none of them have an idea of what they want to add onto the more restrictive gun laws. Like for example, in California, we got 10 magazine restricted, 10 round restriction here. And we have other places, 30 rounds, 50 rounds. They're common, but again, how much more restriction do you like? I'm not trying to debate or anything.
No,
trying to debate.
Let me answer this. I think this sounds like it's a pretty easy answer. Okay, there's two answers. I think if you're good, I think I understand what you're trying to ask, so I can just answer it. Do you not think I do?
So, I was just waiting for your rebuttal, like you said.
Oh no. My rebuttal is, first of all, state gun laws don't work because then they just go get guns from other states. So it doesn't
yeah, that's true.
It's never going to work. So until there's a federal laws that are all doing the same restrictions at one time, then we're never going to fix the problem. Okay. Second of all, okay, this is what I mean by, because we're so in this country, people that NRA and big lobbyists and all this sort of stuff are so big on trying to make it where every single gun is legal. What you end up is a situation where you have Republicans on one end that are just, they're getting paid by the NRA to just say that every single one should be legal. And so what you end up is people sometimes on the left, and this does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't. There are people on the left that just don't understand weapons at all, and they're trying to make laws on it because they're trying to counter the people on the right who are trying to make it where there's no laws. Right?
Yep, that's true.
So you have two competing problems, right? And the answer's not there. The answer's in the middle, right? The answer is we can't let the NRA let Republicans come in and say that we can't restrict guns or anything like that. We have to be able to make laws that do it. And then guess what? Then we're going to have people both on the left and the right, because the left is not the left. Plenty of people on the left own weapons too. That's not a left or right thing. Okay. Then you're going to have people on the left that actually understand weapons, that can come in and then make gun laws on top of that. And they're doing it with the help of the right, who also owns weapons. And then we're making common sense gun laws. We're not making, like quick jerk reactions to situations. We're making long-standing laws that can actually fix things.
Like, yeah, so, like, I mean, I see where you're trying to get there. It's just that by paper it sounds great, but practicality is just like there's so many people with so many edges, like, lobbyists, money, influencers, and all the other stuff. I mean, like, for me, I own a couple guns myself. I went through the whole California regulation, hold on 10 days before you pick up your guns. You got to do a background check on ammunitions, do everything, basically. I went through that whole process, and I understand how frustrated a lot of people are. One's like, hey, I want it because I paid for this and stuff. Like, yes, but what I'm trying to say is what I believe is what a restricted gun control would be. Is like, we need to put personal accountability. We're not talking about convicted villains or nothing like that. We're talking about everyday Joe Schmoes who want to get their firearms. They need to go through severe training. I'm not talking about like military training or police academy training. We're talking about common sense. It's like, look, this is not a weapon. This is a tool like everything else. A tool without a user is basically useless. But when a person is behind that tool, they need to understand what's the consequence of having that such tool.
If you don't give the person the tool, they can't use it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, how the American Dad, how that episode where Stan throws the tape on the gun and say, hey, gun, shoot, go kill somebody.
Sir,
never happened.
But I have this map up. This is from the Center for Disease Control. All right. So I have a map up on the screen. I'm just showing everybody, but I'm going to explain it to you.
Oh, okay.
This is from the Center for Disease Control. Okay. This rates the amount of gun deaths, mortality rates from gun deaths, from firearms.
Are from suicides?
By
are
state.
From suicides.
By state. Okay. To show which states have the highest rate per capita. All right. You know which states those are?
Unfortunately, I'm on the phone calls. I cannot go on YouTube.
No, I was just saying, would you like to guess? I'm gonna tell you.
Let me see. New York, Chicago, or California. One of those three.
Wrong. California actually is the lowest level per capita in the United States. You see this little letter
are we
right
talking
here?
About,
the gun rate death is 7.
Are we talking about by death?
Yes.
By death.
Their death rate is 7, which is the lowest spot. The number 1 state in the United States for firearm deaths per capita is Mississippi, followed very closely by Alabama, Louisiana, Alaska, Wyoming, and New Mexico. Do you know what all those states have in common?
They're red states.
They're red states with very loose gun laws. Okay, every single one of them. If you look at the mortality rate for firearm deaths, okay, they are per capita. They are significantly higher in states with the red states with loose gun laws. Okay, like, and it's just a fact. So the whole idea that like, oh, gun laws don't work, it needs to go like individual. No, it's BS. It's complete BS. All right, it's 100% unequivocal BS. And if you actually look, all the states around them are all orange. Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, Arkansas, Oklahoma. They're all like the next level down, right? From those bad states. California, New York are at the bottom level. California's gun rate is 7 right? New York's is
No.
4.4.
So there. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but all the states you're mentioning are like the most countries, the most areas that are able to attain equipment without a severe background check like California does. Like
They're the states with the
states you just
loosest gun
mentioned.
laws.
Yes, and not only that, what was the cause? Is it a self-inflicted wounds? Is it mischarge? Like, is it an accidental discharge? Like, do you have those type of data? Because you can pull up all type of charts. Like, we need to know what is the root cause.
Sir, California has a death rate of 7. Mississippi has a death rate of 28. Okay, that's 4 times. Are you saying that Mississippi has a suicide rate 4 times higher than California? Is that what you're saying? And even if it
I live in
sir,
California, so I
even
want to
if
know.
it was, let's pretend like it was. Okay, let's pretend like every single fucking one of them was suicides. Wouldn't you want to reduce the suicide rate significantly by increasing gun laws? Wouldn't you still want to do that?
Yeah, but that's the problem. That's where the fine print is start coming in. It's like, how do you classify as how people get mental illness? It's because you don't know if the person who obtained the weapons prior to having mental illness or don't know have mental illness. And then only that, you have life in general. It's like anybody can go have a really bad day in one moment, and then they just flip their switch. We're like, I seen people who have like a very normal life, and then suddenly just one instant moment they just go haywire.
Yep.
So like I said,
exactly, sir. But here's the thing, sir. But here's the thing about that. If somebody in California flips a switch one day and goes fucking nuts, okay, they have a less likely chance to get a hold of a high capacity magazine or a rifle, right, that can do mass damage on people than they do in places like Mississippi, right? So when that one person loses their minds, when they have less access to weapons, they can do less damage. If someone loses their mind and all they have is a kitchen knife, they might get a person or two on the subway before a bunch of people tackle them and take them out. If that same person has a 25 round mag, AR-15, they're going to do a lot more damage. You see the difference?
Do you know the difference between how of an impact of a 9mm compared to a 5.56?
Yes, I do. And it still can kill people. Can it not?
I know, I understand.
If I hit you with a 5.56, can you die?
If you hit me on major organs or vitals, yes, maybe.
If I hit you with a 9mm hollow point, will you die if I hit you in the same spot?
Again, depending on where you hit me, because if you shot me if you shot me on my arm,
Sir,
I'm still alive.
What does that have to do with anything?
Because here's the thing. When we come down to gun controls, is there's a lot of perspective of how we can like for example, like the Second Amendment said right to bear arms. Every citizen, every American deserve
No, it doesn't.
And have the rights to bear arms, regardless if yes, it does.
It does not.
Yes, it does.
No,
Right to
it
bear
does
arms
not. That is not what the Second Amendment says.
Our founding founders first had muskets, self-loading muskets that take about at least a minute and a half to load and during the Revolutionary War. Yes, the thing is that our founding father did not wrote our Constitution because they did not know that our future will have automatic
Do you know
weapons.
what an amendment is?
Amendment is it's a Bill of Rights.
An amendment is a change that was made later.
And yet there was no amendment.
Yes, it's
on the Bill of Rights.
Second Amendment. That's what it's called. It's called the Second Amendment. It was the second change that was added on later.
What was the previous conscript of the Second Amendment?
Because what was the previous conscript of what? There was no Second Amendment. It didn't exist. When the Constitution was written, there was no Second Amendment.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Thomas Jefferson wrote it down particularly when we have the First Amendment. Anybody will talk whatever they want out of their ass, but they have to face the consequence of what they're going to say. Same thing as second.
That's not what the First Amendment says either. The First Amendment doesn't say that either.
Freedom,
Have you
freedom of
read the
speech.
Constitution, sir?
Yes.
And I'm not even saying that condescendingly. It might have came off condescending. I really don't even mean to say that condescending. Have you read the Constitution? Because it doesn't sound like you know what it says, sir. And I'm just being honest. That's not what the First Amendment. What does the First Amendment protect you from?
Freedom of speech and the press.
Freedom of speech from who?
That's from government tyranny, people who are trying to hold down
from the government.
Anybody
That's it. It doesn't mean that you can say whatever you want. It means that the government can't come in and restrict your speech in order to, like, for an agenda or whatever. It can't come in and tell the press what they can and can't report on. Right? It doesn't mean that you can say whatever you want out of your ass and not face the consequence. That's not what it means at all. There's tons of things that you can't say in the United States, and if you do, you'll go to prison on it, including, you know, threats
That's
against
what I just said.
elected officials
Everybody
or something
have
like that.
like I said, everybody have a freedom of speech, but they're not aware of the consequence behind of what they're trying to say. Of
course they are.
That same thing as apply as with the Second Amendment.
The Second Amendment gives the right of states to have their own militia. That's what the Second Amendment
right
does.
to bear arm on the very last sentence.
It says that that's not
Regulated
the last sentence.
militia and
First of all,
have the
the
right
whole
to bear
thing is
arms.
one sentence. You know that, right?
It say I say at the end of the sentence, it say right to bear arms.
Comma shall not be infringed. People forget that comma for some reason.
So are you saying that? How do you? Okay, so let me go back.
Hold on.
Let
me give you an example. Okay, and I really am, again, I'm not being condescending. Is English your first language?
I'm not trying to be. No, I spoke Korean.
You spoke Korean first.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I'm just trying to understand your grasp of the English language, and I am not trying to be rude when I say it. Okay.
No problem. You're not the only person.
Yeah. So if I tell you, okay, my truck, okay, which is black, okay, comma, and has wheels, comma, is fast. All right. That is fast. Is that describing the wheels, the black paint color, or the truck?
The truck.
It's kind of the truck, right? Because those commas say these two things, it's black and it has wheels, are describing the truck, right? They're not describing the black or the wheels, they're describing the truck, right?
So you saying that she'll not be infringed?
I just want to make sure you understand that, right? Because as long as you can understand, as long as you understand what you said, then I'm going to put the Second Amendment to the Constitution up on the screen. Okay, and it's written exactly the same way. A well-regulated militia, comma, being necessary to the security of a free state. Cool. I understand that necessary for a free state applies to the militia. Okay. Comma, the right of the people to keep and bear arms. Okay. That is describing, again, the militia, comma, shall not be infringed. All right, cool. So we can take out the center part, because that's how the English language works. And the sentence reads, because we can remove all of the descriptors, right? And it says, a well-regulated militia shall not be infringed. All right? That's what it's saying. When it's talking about, it's saying that the militia is necessary for a free state. 100%. And it's saying the right of the people, and by the people, it is describing the well-regulated militia and the free state. Okay, they have the right to bear arms, which means that the federal government is not taking away the right of the state to have their own militia. Which, again, in the relation to time frame, that militia would be something like the National Guard, which each state has their own version of the National Guard. The federal government cannot take away that right, and that shall not be infringed. That militia, that ability for an armed free state shall not be infringed. Okay, that's the way it's written. That is the exact wordage with the grammar of the Second Amendment.
During that time, our well-armed militia was based on our countrymen who are basic farmer, blacksmith, carpenters, people who have normal daily life. Back then, we did not have a formal military branch.
No, we had state militias.
No.
Militias. They were well regulated.
We were not state.
We
were not state until 1784 or 1780s. All right, we were still a colonies back then.
What?
The day when they first signed? No, during the 1776.
That's not true at all.
Yes, we were officially. We were not officially a state after the war. After the Revolutionary War was finished. Once we gained our independence,
we were
from
not
the final
a
stop.
state. There were still states.
No, we were still colonies during the time of the Revolutionary War.
Okay, until what year?
1776, when it first signed off the Independence Day. Okay.
And when did we become states?
1781.
Cool. The Second Amendment was written in 1789.
No, 1776.
Yes, I'm not asking. That wasn't an opinion. I'm letting you know that the Second Amendment wasn't written until 1789. So even by your own logic, we were states then. So it doesn't matter. Okay.
Well, you saying that the Second Amendment was signed up when?
It says free state. It says in the Second Amendment. It says a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. In order for the states to be free.
During the time.
No.
During the time,
do you understand why this was necessary? No. Do you understand why this was necessary?
So you're saying that our normal people, our normal civilians, should not be armed against whatever tyranny?
Stop trying to switch subject. Do you understand why they talk about this? Because the context does matter.
Yes, but the thing is that you want militia means like the National Guards. So what about you saying that we should be strict?
I already said I'm not, sir. I already said I'm not against people having guns. You said the Second Amendment guarantees it, and it doesn't.
Yes,
it does not, sir. It's on the screen, and if you are saying that that's the truth, then you are ignoring the entire English language to make your point. That's what you're doing. You're ignoring the entire way that the English language works in order to make your point. Because I just broke down this sentence according to the way that English works, the way we're taught how English works in like 5th grade, and you're ignoring all of it if that's what you're saying. And now you're trying to relate it back to something I never said. I never, ever, not one time said, I don't believe that anybody in the United States should have guns. I never said that. I actually specifically said the opposite, but that doesn't mean that I can't read the Constitution and see what was said, and then also understand the context of why they were saying it, which seems to be a big problem also. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the context of this is so important. Okay, it's incredibly important. No, I need you to stop, because I don't think that many people understand the context of what was happening here, and because they don't understand this context, they get the whole thing fucking wrong. All right. If you've studied political science, if you've studied, international relations like I have, if you've studied any of those things, you know that in the study of those things, we call sovereign nations states. Okay? We call all sovereign nation states. A state is a sovereign being. Iran is a state. They are a state actor. Okay, like Italy is a state. Okay, these are all states. So when the United States all came together, there's a reason why we called the United States, because none of the fucking states wanted to give up their power to create a union in which would stand up to England. Okay, none of them wanted to give their power. They wanted to all stay independent states. Okay, and so when they wrote the friggin' Declaration of Independence, when they wrote the Constitution, they said, hey, we're going to have a bunch of independent states that all have the ability to act independently of the federal government, right? And all of those states, none of them wanted to give up their control. And one of the things that they wanted to enshrine in there was the state's ability to have their own armed militia. Okay, to have their own guard, to have their own armies. They wanted to be able to build that outside of the federal government, because these states We're all fighting each other. Okay, we all came together, and Virginia was going to fucking war with fucking with the states around it. All right, this is why every single state has their own governor, why they can all make their own independent laws, why they have their own constitutions. Okay, and so this was enshrined because the states they put together a constitutional convention to say that, hey, we want to be able to make sure that forever we can arm our own states in case Georgia decides to attack North Carolina, South Carolina. That was the point of this. That was the whole point. Okay? That's why this was written. All right? So you have to understand that before you can understand why this doesn't mean that every fucking gun owner should be able to turn 18 and buy an AR. It never was meant for that. Ever.
No,
okay?
no.
It was never meant for that.
said,
but that doesn't mean, okay, that I'm saying that freaking, we should take away all guns. I never said that. All I'm saying is that the Constitution doesn't say that. And any study of the Constitution would show that this is not what was said and not what was meant.
Okay, I like I said, I'm. It's been over like 30 minutes. I'm sorry. It's just that I'm trying to go back to more like simplified common sense laws. Okay, I did not want to rattle to the amendment side. Like what I'm trying to say is back to what I originally called for, is that. I mean, with restricted gun control laws, like I said, I have my own kids, I have my own guns, I have them very safe and locked up, far from anybody have access to. What I'm trying to say is that not everybody can get guns. Like, I'm not going to give my guns to my 5-year-old kid who doesn't know how to operate one. Because, again, we're going to have a neglected discharge and whatever. I'm not going to give him a gun not knowingly that he's going to go somewhere and, do stupid about it. I'm not going to do that. What I'm trying to say is that just so much thought going in my head. What I'm trying to say is that when we want common sense law, we need to have personal accountability. Where how you said from the previous guy that everybody needs to get their weapon checked and signed, not signed off, but registered to the federal and state level. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to be eligible. I'm not going back to you. I'm not, trying to track back to the hello.
I'm here. I don't know what you're saying, dude, and I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't know. I don't know what you're saying.
I'm sorry. It's he's been rattling for the last 20 minutes about the Second Amendment. I lost my train of thought when I first trying to contact you. What I'm trying to say is that a lot of people want common sense law about gun control.
Yeah.
What I want is that we need to have personal accountability.
Sir, if personal accountability could fix this problem, then why isn't it doing it right now?
Because, like I said, one is criminals don't obey a law.
How do you give somebody personal accountability?
That's the thing. Like, we do not establish a personal accountability where, one, even though we have a registration of all the purchase of the guns from the gun store to the person in possession, even with that, people just just neglect somehow. Well, not I'm not saying a lot of people are gonna neglect their the carelessness of having a guns around, armed or stuff, laying out in the open field and stuff. I'm saying that people just don't take an extra step, and from their side, to be careful of how they should secure their weapons.
How do you give somebody personal responsibility? You keep you're the second caller that has told me this. How do I give someone personal responsibility?
Okay, let me use me as an example. Okay?
I don't want to use you. I want to use the guy who doesn't have personal responsibility. I want you to take a guy. Okay, we're gonna call him
Bob.
I don't know. What are we gonna call him? We're gonna call him Brian. Sorry, any Brian's out there.
All right.
We're gonna call Brian. Brian doesn't have personal responsibility. I'm gonna play Brian. Okay, give me personal responsibility.
Like a scenario, like you're trying to buy a gun, or you trying to you hold.
Yeah, I'm trying to buy a gun. Now give me personal responsibility.
Okay, so in California, you need 2 set of IDs. You need
that's a gun law. Nope, that's a gun law. I need you to give me personal responsibility.
Okay,
that's a law.
So
you're telling me we don't need we don't need laws. We need personal responsibility.
So we have 4 gun safety laws, gun safety rules that apply to every gun range or anywhere you go. Anywhere
Those
you
are
attain a
gun
firearm.
laws.
No,
Give me
gun
personal
rules.
responsibility.
Like you keep your trigger off, keep your fingers off the trigger.
I don't want to.
Know
I'm
your
not going to do
target.
that.
Okay, and I'm not going to give it to you.
You can't help it. I'm at the store. I'm buying it, and there's no law saying that restricts me from buying it. But you're just going to tell me to have personal responsibility. Oh, how about this? I'm just going to tell you I'm going to do that so I can get it home. But then when I get it home, I'm not going to do that at all.
Okay, and then by due time, and when time go roll over, you shot somebody.
Yeah.
Why do you shot somebody?
Yeah.
Like there's a reason behind everything. Like every action you have done, there's a moral compensation.
But do you see how it still got to I shot somebody,
like,
sir? I'm trying to stop it before it gets to that part.
That's the problem. It's like it's like there's.
It is a problem.
Like,
you're right.
I know. I understand. It's just that like for example, like you and you're trying to buy guns from me, and I'm like I'm the gun store owner. I refuse of service of not giving you a gun because even though we verbally agree, it's the person who buy the gun from have to have some sort of a moral constitution saying that look, now you have ability to take life away, or you have
but I'm selling
the
gun, and I don't want to have those. So
okay, and again, that's the problem. That's where the gray line is.
That's the
where
problem with the whole individual responsibility thing, sir. Is because you can't force someone to have individual responsibility. You can't force someone to take individual responsibility. What you can do is create common sense gun laws. That is an attainable thing. All right. We used to have these things. What are they called? Like SMART goals or something. It was something like that. Your goals have to be attainable, right? You're making a goal and you're saying the way we're going to fix this is by telling people to have individual responsibility, even though we have no ability to give them individual responsibility. We have no ability for them to take individual responsibility. We just have to hope through hopes and prayers that they get individual responsibility. And if they don't, then oh well. My solution gets problem solved, and we know it gets problem solved from every other country that has stricter gun laws in the entire world, who has lower rates of gun crimes than we do, and lower homicide rates and lower suicide rates when it comes to all of those things. Literally all of those things. And the states that have higher gun laws also have lower rates of all of those things. So I know gun laws don't work, and I know individual responsibility doesn't, because if individual responsibility was going to work, it already would have done that. It already would have done that, because people would have already just forced their individual responsibility on other people. That's the way it would work. But this conversation is going into circles, and it is led to, we're at no point now. So I'm going to move on to the next caller, because we've been on for like a half an hour. And
all right, thank you.
Yeah, so have a good one.
You too.
Jesus. Anyways. Thank you guys for being here. Make sure you guys hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really, really appreciate you guys. If you guys like support, I do have super chats. I usually throw them up on the screen and talk about them. I don't think I have one to throw up on the screen. Nope, I don't. Phil, Guillermo, Olympia, Mike, VJ, Phil. See if I get everybody. Guillermo, I think I got everybody. Thank you all for the gifts over there, though. Brian wrecked you. I'm not really Brian. Also, if you guys like to help me clear the fireworks out of the gift gallery, I appreciate that, since got that as my live gift goal. I'm trying to decide if I want to take another one. I usually use the super chats as a chance to like take a break and talk and BS for a second. When there's none here, I'm like, I don't know what to do. I gotta freaking like, I gotta like take a breath somehow. I usually use them as my like, oh, here's my little break in between callers, and then I go like, hey, like, oh, let's talk about something fun for a second. Tati, thank you so much for the fireworks. I really appreciate that. All right. Well, you were already on air today, so I'm dropping you. And all right, I'll take another quick one. Why not? I'm gonna have to be done, I guess.
Hello, this is James Mason speaking again. You.
Hello, how are you? Hello? Hello?
Black stupid nigger.
Oh, I thought they were just not there. Anyways, all right. Can you imagine just like, dude, they were on the line? Those two people were on the line waiting in my phone chat for over an hour. Isn't that crazy? They were on the line for over an hour waiting to just get kicked in 2 seconds. Tell me that you fucking get none without telling me you get none, bro. That's nuts, dude. VJ, thank you so much for the for the placenta break. I really appreciate that. That's insane to just be on there for an hour and then just like to just get just to not even say anything and just get kicked immediately. Ugh, it's crazy. Wish I had that kind of fucking time. Anyways, all right, never mind. I'm getting off live. I've been on almost 3 hours anyway. I'll see you guys. I don't know, Saturday probably, something like that. Love you guys. See you guys later. Make sure you guys watch the podcast tomorrow. Politics Podcast, Spotify, YouTube, Apple, Audible. Go to my link tree in my bio. You can find the links to everything. It's on every single one. Podcast Addict, you name it. I will see you guys this weekend, okay? Love you guys. Bye.